How's it going, laser Bruce? Up, Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Paradise Killer. Now, I spent a little bit of time between the last in between the last episode and now restocking our blood crystals because we use so many fast traveling. So back to 31. I did find a few relics and shit, but nothing else of any note. So we're going to have a heavily edited episode now because I don't think we can really do much without hanging out with everybody and getting some new leads. We have leads, but we can't really work with them at the moment. I need to make friends with people first. And it's due to the fact that I didn't do it early on when I could have, that it's coming back to bite me in the ass, but I'll just bring you back as we learn new things. First we're going to talk to Crimson Acid though and see if she's got anything for us. Got time for a chat, Crimson? Tell me about your blessing. The 19th island incident? It was a weird island from the beginning. Strange feeling in the air. Like it was a powder keg waiting to go. About 2 centuries into it, the demonic invasion happened. Think it was a setup?
Who knows?
You mean by the syndicate? A conspiracy? I don't think so. We discovered an eating cult in the apartments. They convinced themselves a passing comet was the god. They were amateurs but managed to reach out to space. Demons flooded in. Why was this invasion so bad? Akiko and the marshals hit the cult hard. Real shock and awe response. The apartments were demolished before the corruption set in. We thought we got them all, but the cult had a trick. There was a possessed cult member chained up in the sewers. The marshals missed him in the sweep, high on successfully wiping out the apartments. The guy in the sewer let the demons slowly seep into the island. The foundations of the island became rotten. And then the demons attacked. Swarms of them came from underground. Everyone took up arms. So you fought the fight and got blessed. Not just a pretty face, lady. Akiko and her marshals were pinned down at the temple. I held the line at the council building. Akiko's never forgiven me. She was convinced the demon general would go for the temple. I believed otherwise.
Good.
After the battle, the gods blessed me and I got this new head. Story time's over, lady. Be glad I didn't charge you for this. Go save paradise instead of hanging around in a sewer. I'll be back for another story. Alright, no new information. We're gonna go hang with people and I'll bring you back when we find someone to talk to. Alright, let's have a chat to Lydia. Oh, I forgot, we gotta go to that Danchi and hand in that neighbour's severed arm or whatever to that ghost. So we're in that area, so we should do that too. Once we're done with this talk. You think you go back to the old life? You mean being an assassin? He asked because of the case? This is all off the record, just chatting. I told you that part of my life is over. Got no taste for it. Do you miss it? I miss the abstract, ignoring the actual murder part. Having a skill to get good at was good, gave me a purpose. These hands aren't for killing now. You get a long time to think on these islands. It's not worth it. What isn't worth it? Ending lives, what's the point? A life is too important to end early. My line of work was just facilitating another person's ambition. You should be working for yourself, not someone else. What about working for the syndicate? That's different. We're part of something here, a higher calling. We worship our gods and we work for their glory. Not the same as a few coins for a slit throat. What about you? Happy to be working again? I'm the investigation freak. The old nickname. Something to live up to? I'll drop you back at the beach again. This time I brought you something. Ooh. Contemplative painting. Is this one of your paintings? Yeah, from one of the beaches. This is amazing, thanks Lydia. Something to remember your return to paradise by. If I get an apartment on the next island, this will get pride of place. Appreciate it, LD. Listen, I've been enjoying our drives, so you need to get this thing solved, so there's the next island. Get at me if you got a question about the case, yeah? Will do. Thanks again, Lydia. What does that mean? You're done. You got no more. Max level. So we can't hang with her anymore. Ooh, okay, well. Now we know that there's something to aspire to. A maximum level. Alright, let's go to... Before we cut again. Let's go find this neighbour. Or this person in Danchi. This ghost. And finish their mission. Because you never know. Like, one or two of them have just given us like crystals, blood crystals, which are like, okay, you know, handy. But one of them gave us a frickin' upgrade for Starlight that we could not have, you know, got this far in the investigation without. So it could be trivial or it could be unbelievably important, necessary.
I don't.
I found this under the pier. What? Wait, is that... It is. Finally, I have proof that my neighbor was murdered. The God Justice Marshals weren't interested in helping me. They said it was an accident, but I knew it was murder. I guess I'll never know who did it. I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? It's not justice, but at least I have some peace now. Please take these. Do not let the citizen murders go uninvestigated. Even though everyone's going to get murdered at the end anyway by the council. Sorry. Sacrificed. I know it was Crimson before, but we've been elsewhere, so yeah, I thought it would come again. Why is no one else blessed? The gods work in mysterious ways. Depends on who catches their eye. What do you really want to talk about? You're not here to shoot the breeze. About divine blessings, I can see it in your eyes. Can I ask you about Isaiah? I was wondering when we get to the ex-husband topic. What do you want to know?
Sure.
What's he doing now? He's still responsible for the citizen management, abduction, reconditioning, and distribution. So when we were in that bar, was that her talking to her husband? Did he ever forgive me? I think so. It took him a while.
Who knows?
He trusted you implicitly, you know that. Your deception by Damn Harmony upended his world. Not just your crime, but the faith he put in you. We all believed in the great Lady Love Dies. The investigation freak of the Syndicate. No one believed in you as much as Isaiah did. The shock of Damned Harmony incident was realizing that you could be deceived by a god. If you can be deceived by a god, any of us can. No one was more surprised than me. I thought I was untouchable. I can believe it. To answer your question, he did forgive you. All of the old drinking gang did. You need to know that, though, that he's with Madam Complex now.
Sorry.
I wasn't planning on chasing after him. I destroyed his life once already. He's on the next island. One of Lydia's first pickups last night. Not a lot of the citizen managed to do once the slaughter is complete.
Sorry.
I'm glad he's not a suspect. Time to move on, lady. Understood.
Who knows?
Lady, I have something to tell you. Yes! I was hoping.
Honey.
What? I told you about the key from KHX. I didn't tell you another part of the story. I've been worried about what's going on, but you need to know. I seduced KHX for my own interest, but someone else asked me to do it as well.
Honey, the hell?
Nani the hell? Who? Witness.
The investigator
Why?
have my way.
He wanted the key. I don't know why. He asked for it. He wanted it modified for remote access. A dongle could be placed in a control panel and used to remotely access it. It needed a line of sight though. That amount of data could easily drop packets if the signal was blocked.
Man is repulsive.
Did you give it to him?
I'm innocent.
Yes. Why? He promised to help me.
Sure.
With what? He said he had a plan for the next island that would allow me to keep my freedom and allow me to return to active service.
Don't test me.
Crimson.
Got it wrong.
I know, I didn't expect it to be this. If it was him,
Paradise feels wrong.
this is the truth. Yes. I've got some work to do. That's huge. We gotta go see Witness. We gotta go see Witness, and we gotta go see Witness now. At least we know we don't ever have to go and see Lydia ever again. Except if we got case things to talk to. Oh my god. Never mind, we might have to.
Witness to the end.
Hello, Witness to the end. It's a long name you got there. Want to chat, Witness? I must warn you. Yeah, I know. Why plants? The god tended us and raised us. Maybe I can hope to have some insight into their brilliance by tending to life myself. If I remember that you were a devoted follower of destroyed Eden. He gallops through the universe, a true majesty. My unwavering devotion to him got me through many dark times. He was a light I could follow. Do you want to talk about these dark times? They're behind me now. The old life is gone. Now I only concern myself with my holy work. Do not dwell on your past. Embrace the life ahead of you. And let God shine upon it. I'll keep that in mind. Yes. More information. Things happened while you were in exile, Lady Love Dies. No shit. The architect and I became close. And we married. It didn't last though. She's obsessed with the perfect island. There wasn't any room in her heart for me or the gods. I've been reluctant to tell you until now, but I'm worried about her. Her mind is not on the cosmos. In what way? Do you believe that you should be rewarded for your craft? Not necessarily. Craft is a reward unto itself. The architect was like that as well, but dark clouds began to gather over her. Her prayers were not as fervent as they once were. I felt her work was not being done in the name of our star-born masters. She began to crave more validation, more credit for her work. She architects our islands. Without her, we have nothing. Our work is for the gods. They lift us up. We must do the same for them. Personal reward is a sin that pushes us from their light. I fear she has forgotten this. Thank you for confiding in me, Witness. Nice.
The facts and the truth.
Why did you want Crimson to get the key to the second seal? I didn't. You're lying. I have testimony That you not only asked her to get the key, but she gave you the key as well. That simply isn't true. I have almost nothing to do with Miss Acid. She's lying to you, Lady Lovedeyes. You're being played. Have you got the key? I didn't even know the second seal required a key. I don't have it. You're lying. I'm not, Lady Lovedeyes. Miss Acid is tricking you. She is turning us against each other. Why? It's your job to find out. Easy to say that. Were you and CARMELINA married 25 years ago? No, we had fallen apart a few years before that. Why do you ask? Apparently she went into isolation for a year, about 25 years ago. I remember that. I have no idea what she was doing. She likes to lose herself at her work. She said she was working on a project and didn't want to be disturbed. Was full isolation unusual? A little, but I didn't pay much attention. The Syndicate's fall from grace was a bigger concern. Where did she isolate herself? She's always built herself little hideaways in the island, places she won't be disturbed. I don't know where it was. You asked Crimson to get the key to the second Holy Seal from KHX. No, Witness, I'm losing my patience. By asking her to do that, and by her account, taking a copy from her, you're the prime suspect for who went through it. I did nothing of the sort. You're denying all of it, or just going through the seal? All of it. I have nothing to do with Miss Acid's preposterous story, or the second seal.
Like this.
No desire to cooperate at all? I can't cooperate with a fabrication. Hey dipshit. Got time to chat? What do you want, freak? What kind of music do you like, Yuri? Good, a properly addressed question. Why do you want to know? I want to get to know you. Have you been drinking, freak? Do you have any interests? I do enjoy some music, classical, music that improves your mind. Studies show that the impact of listening to classical music only lasts for 10 minutes, and there aren't any long-term effects. Quite. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Way to ruin that.
Architect CARMELINA silent.
Can I ask you something, Architect? What's the point of all these questions, Investigator? I'm just trying to get to know you, Architect. The Syndicate has changed in my time away. How does getting to know me relate to the case? All it seems to be doing is delaying you from executing Henry. What do you do as the Architect? I craft and enable dreams. Each island needs to be thoroughly designed. I plan every square inch. It takes centuries. The islands are given form by the Council's psychic will. I transmute that psychic will into physical form. Can anyone be an architect? No one has shown any ability outside the Silence family. The gift was part of the Silent Goat's blessing when the Syndicate was formed. We needed somewhere to live outside the real world. How do you transmute the Council's will? I've never been able to describe it, it's just a feeling. When they meditate and envisage the island, I am able to open psychic pathways to a new reality and let the island take shape.
Glad to be back.
The Syndicate would be lost without you.
Is its own reward.
I live to serve. Investigator, yes! Alright. Something concerns me about Witness. Some of us become more complicated as our lives go on, others do not. I can see it behind his mask. He's changed since I've been gone. Witness has become gripped with religious hysteria. He believes that we have strayed too far from the path. Montserrat wanted to protect the new island with a tighter grip on the Syndicate. In Witness's eyes, our leader was not placing enough importance on resurrecting the gods. Montserrat was furthering the Syndicate, not our holy mission.
Test me.
Then that does make him a sinner.
I am the leader.
Don't be short-sighted. The Syndicate are hampered by demonic invasions and the death of our homes. Montserrat was playing a longer game. Build a perfect island, rule it perfectly, then focus on the gods. Our divided attention was getting us nowhere. Witness had grown infuriated with Montserrat. They were like baying dogs in Syndicate meetings. Witness voted against every one of Montserrat's proposals. We know
The
that.
investigator is here.
Is there anything else? When a man becomes complicated, he often withdraws. Witness is no different. He needed time with his thoughts. His sanctuary was his apartment. It became rare to see him. I've wondered what he does up there. Is this privacy more than usual? We would almost never see him. He would only leave his apartment to attend Syndicate meetings. And only then, it was to scream religious proclamations at us. That was one of the reasons I went to see him last night. I was worried. I need to know he was fine at the final end of the island. Thank you for your candor, Architect. Good. Architect, when did your marriage with Witness end? Why are you asking? Working on something. I assume you'll cooperate. About 9 years ago. And you wore a wedding ring. Of course. What is this about? Thank you for your help. Oh, that's huge. That means you're the one that strangled Grace Bloodlines to death. Hello, Witness. Want to chat? Yeah. What was it like growing up in the Chaos Palace? Character building. It's an insane network of twisting geometry. I did not see the outside world until I fled for the Syndicate with Ezekiel. I had no concept of time. It gave me a unique perspective on the world. Do you miss the Chaos Palace? I was constantly on edge of insanity in that place. The dimensions and space within the hallowed halls forever twisted and reconfigured. I would pass gibbering wrecks of people as I went about my duties. The mind is a fragile thing, and nowhere tested that fragility more than the Chaos Palace. What happened to it? It was sacked during the Great Betrayal. Humanity stepped out of the light of the gods and steeped itself in sin. Great monuments to our holy benefactors were torn down. The Chaos Palace was reduced to rubble, and then used to build Alexander's cities. That palace should never exist again, but I despair at what we've lost. Sometimes think we all live in our own Chaos Palaces. The gods can lead us out. I understand you've been more secretive, maybe a bit paranoid? Who told you that? How dare you say that? I'm not paranoid? Who told you? Someone's conspiring against me? I don't want to divulge my source. The Syndicate is full of gossipers that have strayed from the path. What I do is my business. All I wish is to give myself to our gods. My personal business is my own. Secrets are dangerous, witness. They can take physical forms before you realize. You don't need to lecture me, investigator. You big douche. Got time to chat, Yuri? What is it? You look like the kind of person that likes wine. I do, a refined drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine, better wine. You're fortunate. It helps that I have access to older wines, always a sign of quality. A nicely aged wine is luxury. I'm glad you agree. Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't something for novices or the lower class. You're knowledgeable. Yes. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Alright, Carmelina. Can I ask you something, Architect? What is it? How can you be so sure that the next island will be perfect? There are no certainties in architecture and design. Both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design of the next island will be perfect. Why are people calling it Perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurance. Something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic and the people crave respite. We believe we've solved the problem of demonic corruption. The Syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success. A sign of perfection. Do you think it'll be perfect? As close as we've come to it, the Syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work while our home rots around us. Can the Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails? It won't fail. Hypothetically. Concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, more info.
I beg your pardon?
I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for an illegal study of demons. He wanted to find out all we could for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons. The missed knowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there for years, since before he started. Where'd he get a killer demon? He trapped one, I don't know how. I kept his secret, he still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceases to exist. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island, but someone wasn't going to do any more. What about Witness? I put it out of my mind, we fell apart, and each other's matters became private again. Well, we know that he was what he did. Alright, Witness, you got more splaining to do, my man. As usual, because you've got so much dodgy shit going on. Want to chat, Witness? I understood what salvation is. I was married to another inhabitant of the palace. A wonderful woman, but she chose heresy over the gods. I do not blame her. It was a troubling time. The whole world changed. Temptation of a new life drove us apart. I refused to abandon our heavenly masters. She chased me throughout the Chaos Palace, determined to take my life. Ezekiel saved me. He found a way out as the palace was attacked and we were free. We had no idea what daylight or time was, but we knew we had to find the remaining believers. We wandered the desert for many days until we met a small caravan of worshippers. We went with them and found the start of the Syndicate. We became obsessed with growing the Syndicate, and now you work only for the gods. The Syndicate's work is holy work. Without the Syndicate, the gods will never rise again. There is a balance, however. Ezekiel saved me, and now I must save the Syndicate.
That's weird.
Save? How are you going to save it? Too many of us have forgotten to adhere to the ways of the silent goat taught us. When was the last time you did a full prayer routine? I will evangelize these values on the new island and bring us back into the light. In order for that to happen, you need to do your job, Lady Loved Eyes. Let us not do social calls until the next island. That's the last one, is it? Understood. Maybe I'll see you on the next island. Maybe. The truth I find out about the murder may involve you, witness. A devoted servant like myself has nothing to fear.
The facts and the
Witness, I have
truth,
testimony that you were using the secret bunker for demonology research. From who?
that's it.
Who do you think? Whatever you think you know, you don't. I always work for our holy masters. This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though.
The investigator
I found a
is
killer
the
demon inside the council penthouse, with the victim's blood all over its claws. You think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking about.
Is this a fact?
Then why don't you tell me?
The truth.
If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you'll need to prove it in the trials. I won't talk further about this. See you in court, witness.
Yuri Knight.
Got time to chat, Yuri?
Be snide with me.
Can we make this the last time, freak? Have you ever been in love, Yuri?
Don't be snide.
Love doesn't offer anything. Love constrains ambition. It blinds you to your goal. That's true. You surprised me, freak. I took you for one of them, a fool blinded by weak emotions. Take this. You should read it. Vapid book. Do not feel guilty by Yuri
That's
Knight.
weird.
You wrote a book? It's not hard, is it? It's about pursuing ambition. I'm sure it's insightful. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri.
Relic obtained.
Thoroughly intellectual. And he's maxed out now too.
Targeted CARMELINA Island.
Alright, CARMELINA, what you got for me this time? Can I ask you something,
We have
Architect?
achieved perfection.
I want to give you something, Investigator. Flawless Blood Dancer Eye. An eye? It's the eye of a worshipper of Blood Dancer. It's been preserved and reformatted into a storage device.
Is its own reward.
The chronicles of Blood Dancer have been imprinted on it. By examining the crevices of the eye, you may learn about the god.
Paradise feels wrong.
Blood Dancer caused multiple planet-wide genocides as he perfected his insane technology.
This is nonsense.
There are always sacrifices for progress, Investigator. What are your sacrifices? A personal question. Every day we make micro choices about how we live. Each one bears the weight of our vision for our own future. Is doing this going to be better? To better realize my goals? No? Should I do it? Even though it's more beneficial to the world or loved ones, can I live with the consequences?
Sorry.
Sounds
We have
grave.
achieved perfection.
Individual consequences do not have to be life-altering. They all add up though.
Is its own reward.
Please go and enjoy the island, Lady Loved Eyes, so you may learn more about yourself. Thank you for your time, Architect. And that's maxed.
Relic obtained.
Nice. Yep, that's maxed. Alright. Alright, Crimson. I can't believe we haven't maxed her out yet, because we've been talking for heaps. Time for chat, Crimson? You still read much, lady? Not a lot to read in the Idlelands. Let me give you this. One of the citizens we brought to the island was carrying a few volumes of it. It's my new favorite. Enrapturing.
That's
Manga. Nagoshi's helicopter? A humble designer dreams about flying a helicopter through the city. Looks good. Does he achieve his goal? You need to read it to find out. What do you miss most in exile? A good whiskey. Hard to forget the taste of Sam's drinks. Hard to say goodbye to Sam's blends, right? Sure, would have helped to take the edge off 3 million days up there. A lot of good times on the old islands. Immortality was a fun thing to experiment with. Endless possibility. People started settling down though. It didn't end because you got exiled. Is this about me getting married? Partly. All the syndicate got boring in one way or another. Montserrat started cracking the whip about building better islands, Akiko got a stick up her ass, Doomjazz only knows so many tricks. I'm glad you got married and found happiness, but you left me behind. I didn't realise, I thought we were just fooling around. We were, I enjoyed it, but I wanted it to last longer. It's been an eon. Can we pick up where we left off? If only once before this island ends? That'd be a tease, lady. I'm not teasing. Just one-time thing, right? I'm solving the mass murder of the council after being in exile. Not in a place to make long-term decisions. Works for me. I missed you, Crimson. I missed you too, lady. Remember, this is a one-time thing. We keep it business now. We'll see what happens on the next island.
Relic obtained.
And we're done with Crimson. Next, we've got Sam and we've got Akiko. They're both irritating to get to, those ones. Oh, and one last kiss. Can we max her? Can we make friends with her? Oh, have we done this thing? An oasis in this tropical heat. Let's do a footbath thing. We haven't done this before. The water in paradise is good.
Weird.
I feel like I've got a little pep in my step now.
That's strange.
Feels as if I was in the air, I could just dash around. You get new ability? Tap the sprint button on the air to perform an air dash. These islands are weird. Are you serious? That could be huge. I need to go try it out. Whoa. Okay. Cool. So the footbars actually give you new abilities. Oh damn, I should have been doing them all this time.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Sound like a plan? Got a minute, Kiko? You're gonna die. Yeah. Do you still collect war relics? Why do you care? Friendship, Akiko, we've been through this. Fine, yes. Okay, good. What's the centerpiece of your collection? Centerpiece? The most important part. They're all important, Prost. The relics are created through the actions of soldiers giving their lives in combat. How can one be more important than the other?
Glad to be back.
That's a good way of thinking about it. I know. Take this. It's a shell from a demon I killed in Romania, before the Syndicate. Are we done with you too? Thank you. Akiko, I appreciate it. Good. Now that we've played this friendship thing out, we're done, right?
Hell?
Done? Yeah, we became friends. You got what you wanted. You can leave me alone now.
Sorry.
If that's what you wanted, Kiko. That took longer than I was hoping. Goodbye, Nina Rochito.
Relic obtained.
Cool. Alright, let's talk to Henry then.
Henry Division.
One of my favourite characters. All my favourite characters are demons or possessed by demons. Let's talk, Henry.
Bad guy, right?
Is this helping? These little chats helping you work out who did it? I'm getting a picture of the island. I understand the crucible of crime better. Like what you see? The islands can't continue like this. How are you going to fix it? That's a job for the next island. I need to find the truth first. You promise you're going to do something? I'll do what I can. The Syndicate is a slow ship to turn. I hope you'll stick to that. Whatever. Maxed out. I don't have anything to talk to you about, do I? No. Just Sam left, I think. Alright.
Sam Daybreak.
Hey, Sam. What do you got? Yeah, go on. Is Night Alone okay again? Neat this time? Whatever you recommend. The ice ball you had last time allowed you to savour it for longer, but it was chilled. The colder the drink, the less you can taste it. I hope you'll enjoy the pure taste of this blend.
Glad to be back.
It's delicious. What are you blending on this island? Night Alone and the Vortex blend? Maybe you can try it next time. No single malts? Blended whiskey requires a fusion of single malts, but on this island I focused on serving blended instead of single malts. It's important to practice all areas of your repertoire, isn't it? What's Lydia's drinking these days? She enjoys a drink while she paints. She chooses something appropriate to her piece. She enjoys all the different ways of serving. A lot like you, right, LD?
Be back.
There's something to be enjoyed in everything. What about the next island? It's important to breathe a new island in. Learn about it and craft a drink that can only be born on that island. The islands give the drinks so much character, don't they? If we make it to the next island. Gotta go, Sam. I'll catch you later.
Don't think so, Aldi.
Maybe there's something we should talk about, LD. Something troubling. Yes.
Oh,
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
Under suspicion.
I'm sorry, I wasn't truthful. I was holding that flesh for someone. It isn't original, Sammy. Why do you have god flesh? I was asked to store it for someone. It was
the
Witness.
investigator is here.
Why did Witness ask you to store that flesh? He came to me and said he needed it to be stored. You didn't tell me anything else. And you just accepted it without question? I didn't know what it was. What? I didn't know what it was, did I? You just gave me a box and said it needed to be kept a secret. For the good of the Syndicate, wasn't it?
Like this.
Didn't it strike you as suspicious? Witness is an old friend. You'd do anything for your old friends, wouldn't you?
Is this a fact?
This is suspicious as hell, Sammy. It's the truth, isn't it? I have no idea. Crap, we need to come back later for him. Alright, more questions for you, Witness.
Witness to the end.
Didn't think I'd be seeing you again, but seeing you're so dodgy and all. Why did you give Sam a piece of godflesh to hide? I didn't. What did he tell you? You first. I needed somewhere to store the flesh. I'm worried that there are people in the Syndicate that would sabotage my research. Who? I have nothing concrete. And the why. That awful nickname, Perfect 25. The desire for perfection now. They don't want someone proving the council wrong. So you didn't use it with Sam to breach the 4th Holy Seal. This is the first I've heard of it being used with the 4th Seal. We'll see about that. And now I have to go back. Be back.
Sam Daybreak.
Every time I hang with you, it costs me a blood crystal, so I don't know if I want to hang out too much more. Go on then. This is my other blend, LD, Vortex. I just need is okay. This one is punchier taste.
Weird.
It sure hits you. I don't serve this to many guests. They find it too much. It is harder to appreciate, but you understand, don't you, LD? You miss being an assassin?
Under suspicion.
Death doesn't interest me anymore, LD. But it was your calling for so long. Being an assassin hurts too many people. I have a new calling, a new craft, can't you see? Do you miss the Paradise Psycho unit?
Like
Every day, being an investigator completes me. That's how I feel, LD. Serving the right drink can change a life. That's better than taking a life, isn't it? If someone didn't take a life, I wouldn't be here having this conversation. That's true, isn't it? I've enjoyed our conversations, LD. I hope the rest of your investigation proceeds smoothly. Is this our last chat? I'm afraid I need to say goodbye to this bar one last time. So many memories. It's been a pleasure, Sam. Take care, won't you, LD? Always. Alright. Now we're just going to check one last kiss first. Got time to chat? I have all the time in the world. Until the island ends. What's your take on Perfect 25? There's no such thing as perfection. The Syndicate is obsessed over demonic corruption, but turned a blind eye to the corruption of itself. Are you expecting Perfect 25 to fail? Fail is a broad term. Nothing lasts forever, does it? Everything changes, including perfection. I don't think many people will want to hear that. A human's folly believing what you want isn't... whatever you want isn't acceptable. You can tell how far a society is away from collapse by how many people flock to demagogues. Are you saying Carmelina is a demagogue? She's the one peddling perfection, isn't she? The one offering the easy answer to all our worries. Perfection is a lie. Perfection will crumble. Perfection is sold to fools. Do you think we can achieve perfection, Investigator?
Test me.
That's what I'm here to find out. I hope you do, Investigator. Oh, here's another one of these footbath things. We should use this, then we know that it gives us powers now. An oasis of this tropical heat. Water in paradise is good. My feet feel lighter. Must be the mountain water. Yeah, I do feel a lot lighter on my feet. This is strange. Feels like I could double jump. Hop right over these walls.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Okay, that's pretty huge. Okay, double jump. Cool. If I'd known we had, like, movement-based abilities, we could have found a lot of this stuff a lot earlier. Here's one of the red crests that we were missing. Just, randomly. Interesting. Have we hacked that door? Looks like we have. Maybe not.
Nightmare computer.
Oh, it's a full-on door. Shit. How is there a full-on door still that we haven't hacked? That's cray-cray. Legs. Legs 11. And, that one. And that one. And then pyramids, we got little pyramid with pillar things. Then we got pillar things, not that. And then we got skull with demon horns.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
What's in here? What did we miss? Gonna be awesome. Looks like something or someone has been dragged through this shed. And this looks like human waste, a couple of days old at most. It's full of shit.
Sure.
Akiko removed 2 prisoners from the barracks prison recently. Were they in the shed? Yes. And then they were used to swap the marshals. Holy shit. Who would have thunk? I just came across that by accident. While playing with my double jump ability. And there you go. Come on, one last kiss. Hang out with me. What do you got? Time to chat? Are you worried about blinking out of existence when this island ends? What a wonderful bedside manner, Investigator. If you do your job, then I have nothing to worry about. My killer will be brought to justice, and I can be laid to rest. Are you hoping for an afterlife? Heaven, hell, eternal paradise in the cosmos, or an endless suffering in whatever the degenerate hell the gods have devised? That isn't something to worry about. Can't be helped. What if there's no afterlife and you spend your life hoping there is? What a waste. Do you believe in the afterlife, Investigator? Of course, what else is there? Do you take solace in that belief? It's something to fall back on when you need a bit of comfort. At your lowest points? There are always times when everything is taken from you. It's nice to think heaven might be waiting for you. Even for an immortal. Immortal doesn't mean invulnerable. All it takes is one knife and suddenly you're dealing with the cold hard fact of the afterlife existing or not existing. A lot of people found out that fact last night, didn't they? I hope they got the answer they wanted. Alright, there has to be something here to find at the farm. There has to be. About Lydia and Sam's meetings here. We gotta find it. I don't know where. I feel like we've explored the crap out of this place, but maybe there's a nightmare computer we haven't hacked? I don't know. But we'll figure that out as we go. I'm gonna grab this. A3. Lychee flavored soft drink. An image appears. A riverbank, blazing sunshine, baseball, a train passes, distant apartment blocks and summer haze. Lovely. What do we got here? Some kind of message in a bottle. Let's see. These seem to be lyrics. The theme of the song appears to be doing anything you can to leave your home and get away. Breaking the cycle, finding something new, going on a shopping spree, never coming back. Signed by the Daybreaks. Lydia and Sammy sound like they're unhappy here. Maybe they're looking for a way out of the syndicate. We found it. I knew there was going to be something here. Now we can talk to Lydia again. And that clears off one more thing on our list. We need to get into the barracks again. That's the next stop. We need to get back in the barracks. Have we used this footbath? We haven't used this footbath.
Nanny, the hell?
I feel like I can concentrate a little harder now. Feels like I could find anything, even if it's hidden. Meditate button? What the hell's the meditate button? Q. Holy shitballs. And then they slowly fade away, do they? Or is it permanent? You turn it on and it's just there forever. You met that dog in the alley between the houses? All she wants is treats, treats, treats. You tried a conversation and nothing, just treats. Well, there's a dog. Oh my god, there's a shrine thing here. We're running out of blood again. Dire Rose carving. A carving about the god Dire Rose. The fish that vomits skeletons laid siege to France for 3 centuries before the siege was broken in the Great Betrayal. Alright, we are going back into the barracks to see if we... I know we missed something. I know we missed something. We're gonna see what we missed exactly. Anything here? We've done this, haven't we? Yeah, we've done this. I think it's the statue that we need to see. The statue of, you know, the warrior god. Something knight. You know the one. That one right there. Oh, what do we got? New Knight, the holy warrior. The slaughterer of the chained star system. New Knight is an arrogant goddess that only deems soldiers worthy of her attention. The syndicate got superstitious after any statues of her outside the martial grounds were destroyed by red lightning on the 5th island. Since then, there has only ever been one statue of her on each island. Henry says he remembers seeing New Knight last night. Did he come past the statue? If he did, it means he came through the barracks. This is the only one on the island. Yes. That means Henry took a different route to the council building. Yes.
That's strange.
Which route did he actually take? That's it, right? We've done that. Now we just need to work out about this grate at the penthouse, which I cannot figure out, because I've been there, and I cannot figure it out still. But we'll go back there and we'll see if we can find that out. And talk to One Last Kiss again. Aha! Found this again. Red crest. I think that's all the red crests we need, isn't it? I just popped down from up here and then used the dash to get over here. Which, it must admit, it's pretty nice to have that dash. The dash is pretty great. Let's see. Bingo. Are you serious? Okay, 5 blue crystals, but still. After all that work, if each one of those crests we found was a crystal instead, we would have made more. To the council building, before I lose my lunch. What are we missing here? Hang on. It's gonna pop down to this level again. There's something down there. Is that important? I want to drop down to check it, but I also don't want to have to climb my way back up here again. It looks important though. Alright, we're dropping down. Man, I hope this is it. Yeah, this is definitely important. Where the hell are we?
Got it.
This knife is inscribed with, "Always yours, Sammy baby." Must belong to Lydia. Oh shit, there's no blood on it. Probably washed away in the last high tide.
Investigate this.
The blade is damaged though, there's nicks all along it. Shame. There's a nice knife once. Nice. So, she killed the wardens that weren't actually wardens, they were prisoners that Akiko swapped. The damaged grate on the balcony is right above you. Was the knife used to open it? Yes. Holy crap, Pola. We need to go talk to Lydia. And Sam, apparently. And Henry. And one last kiss. I'll bring you back. We're going to wrap up the last of this case. And then in the next one, we're going to do the trials. Wait, what is this?
Got it.
Someone's been littering. Well, maybe not. This bottle has blood in it.
What the hell?
There are traces of the blood of every member of the council in here. No fingerprints. A weird and suspicious thing to find. Up above is the entrance to the council building where Akiko allegedly found Henry after the murder. Judge said Henry was found with the bottle of the victims. Blood of the victims in his stomach. If he's being framed, this is a good way of getting it into him. Did someone do the murder and then take the blood from each victim, bottle it, and force Henry to imbibe it? Yes. Pretty much certainly. There you go, we found something that we didn't even have before. Alright, anyway, I'll bring you back. One last kiss. Can we finish having our little conversations? I love it, but we got shit to do. There's a syndicate we're saving.
Found you
That's for you to decide, for better or worse, the crime happened. The syndicate was on a straight path. Now the path branches. The truth you believe in will determine the fate of the syndicate. Which branch do you think we should take? Weed out the corruption. The syndicate is no place for paranoia and conspiracy. We have a holy cause, we have forgotten that. We're in position to craft a perfect society. You said there was no such thing as perfection. So I did. The idea of perfection is intoxicating. We always let our guard down and start believing in it. We kidnap people from the real world and force them to worship our gods. They're pressed into service on the island, working in our factories and farms before being killed in a mass slaughter. Hard to imagine much perfection coming from that. Perhaps you should wipe the slate clean. How do we do that? I have no idea, investigator. If Lydia picked us up, why don't we just talk to her in the car? Rather happy to go find her.
Sam Daybreak.
Go on then, Sam. Few things to check over. Any idea why Lydia's knife was outside the penthouse? No idea, LD. You sure it says?
I don't like this.
There's an engraving from you. Well, that's your knife. No idea why you found it there, though. Have you asked her about it? No, but I'm going to.
Lydia Daybreak.
Alright, Lydia. You tell me why your knife was there. Been writing lyrics, Lydia.
What
do you mean, LT? I found these lyrics in a bottle. No way, that's embarrassing. I should have known the tide around this island was junk. I assume they have some meaning. Never ask a songwriter about their lyrics, LT. If you can't intuit the meaning, you weren't meant to know. I found your knife outside the penthouse. What knife? It's a combat knife that's engraved with a message from Sam. You found my knife. I've been looking for that for ages. It disappeared a while ago. Disappeared? Yeah, I couldn't find it one day, like it just up and vanished.
Strange.
Uh-huh. Did many things vanish around here, or is it just your knife that mysteriously vanished and appeared outside a crime scene? You never lost something before? You know why the blade is damaged? Not much need for a combat knife on this island, so it just became a tool. Pop the cap off a beer bottle, tighten an axle nut in the car, you know. And have it back.
I have
It's
a bad
sentimental.
feeling about this.
Afraid not, Lydia. This is evidence. You know anything about the open grate on the council building?
Ah,
Grate? A maintenance hatch that's been cut open, and something dragged through it. Not sure why you think I know anything about that. I think your knife was used to open the grate. You're wrong, LD. You're gonna need some proof as well. I can prove the knife is used to, well, pretty much. I can't prove you were the one holding the knife, but I can definitely prove your knife is used.
Division.
Alright, Henry, what do you got for me? What do we got? Did you go through the barracks last night? Why are you asking? The only statue and new knight is in the barracks. Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating. You nailed it. Any fucking idea how that happened? What everyone is saying about what you did last night might be wrong. Some excitement, finally. Well, I'm glad you're happy. Alright, well, I guess, what do we got now? We have no notes. I think we're nearly done. I want to go talk to One Last Kiss and max her out, and then we are done for this episode, and we will figure out... We will go and start the trial, I guess, unless there's something that I don't know that I haven't discovered yet, but I feel like that can't really be the case because there's nobody left to talk to about anything. We've been pretty thorough too, you gotta admit. Like this is a long episode, but I'll cut it down heaps. We were just wrapping up the loose ends, you know, for the trial. How do you deal with a corrupting ruling class?
Investigator.
No society's ever worked that out. The real world would be a different place if they had. The ruling class are more insidious than the gods. They corrupt all that they touch, mutating society to be something that only benefits them. For every ruler that meets the guillotine, another takes their place. Society births them with no respite.
Understand, investigator?
What would you do? Change hearts to change minds. I hope you're right. I hope you can do it. The cycle will repeat until you do. I've enjoyed our conversations, but you have a job to do. Paradise needs saving. I'll assist you where I can. Oh, investigator, I have something for you. I don't need it anymore. What do I need it? Never forget that the clock is ticking.
Relic obtained.
One Last Kiss's watch. She doesn't need it anymore. And with that, I think we are done. We'll wrap this episode up here, and the next one, we'll go see Judge, and we'll start the trial. Maybe I'll go pick up some stuff with our newfound hunting powers. Mystery revealing powers. Just so we got some extra stuff, but until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.